And I would also like to update this part so the color palette wouldn't be nasty to us. Right now, the order of our color swapping for foreground is bad, and if you try to debug it right now, it would end up looking quite messy. I can't show you because we still have some errors to fix. Okay, and now we will change the order how everything works. Like I've mentioned, we've already changed that hit card would not return any value. So we can basically just type in hit card and it would execute this code. In our case, the first person who actually hits a card is the dealer, and we need to indicate that the dealer is hitting the card. I think later on we will turn this into an enumerable value, so we wouldn't need to type in like this, because we can easily make a mistake and type in on a lowercase when we should be typing an uppercase. But for now, let's not worry about it, and I will explain how enumerables work. Well, we could also make a string constant, which could work the same way as an enumerable in our case, because we don't have a lot of players, at least for now, but we might have, so enumerable might be the better variation. Anyway, we then need to create a variable which will calculate if we can actually hit again. So the first time we start a new round, we know that we are sure to be able to hit, and then we can create a while loop which would work based on this condition. So if can hit is true, we execute this code in here. And in here, what we are planning to execute is basically hitting cards, because in real blackjack, dealer gets the first card, and then we as a player open up as many cards as we want, and only after we've been dealt all these cards, the dealer will have his turn of hitting cards. Up to 17 or more. So while we can hit, we hit a card because we do prompt the user for a hit. Well, 1 second, we will change that to be like that. But in this case, we will need to create another method, which we can call hit again, and then control dot, and this will generate us an awesome Boolean method. In this method, we just want to check if player total card score is less than 21. And if it is less than 21, we want to print line, do you want to hit again? Question mark, we end the line, then we type in yes for 1 and 2 for now. Awesome, this should be super slick. Then we create a new variable, hit again, equals to console read line. So I hope by this time you understand how this works. We basically want to get the answer from the user, and we want to check if the user did indeed select yes as the answer. And if the user has less card score than 21 and the user presses one that he wants to draw another card, we return it true, that the user can actually hit again. And if these don't match the condition, then we can just return false. And then we can get back over here and finish up creating whatever we were creating over here. These seem good, really nice. We can remove even these lines. It's insane how small the code became, which is awesome. That's what I really wanted with refactoring. Although, if we look at the whole code, it looks quite messy because we're not using any layering, which, well, object-oriented programming supports. Basically, we would make encapsulation and separation of concerns, but we will do it a bit later on. Right now, we can just proceed with this part. So this part takes care of player card hits. We also need to do another thing for the dealer part. So dealer total card score should be smaller than 17, and until it's smaller than 17, we want to execute this code. Basically adds dealer, that's it. That's so little code. I mean, it's actually super pretty, and we got rid of all the errors. Hopefully now it will work. Let's try it out. Okay, seems to be correct right now. New round, good. We want to bet 10. Shuffling the deck, then shuffling the deck. Okay, this tile is bad, but we will change it in our homework section. And I have drawn 4. Dealer has drawn 4 as well. I want another card. We got 3. It's already 7. It's probably around 18. We can draw another card to test out the ace case. We actually didn't stop there, even if we are already exceeding the amount. So now it's 8, 12. We can draw another card. It's 15. Draw another card. It's 18. And if we press now, we can see that it's 18 and that the dealer has drawn ace, another ace, a 4, and he actually got 20, which, well, wins him the race anyway, and we lose the amount. And we can actually continue. The state is keeping track, which is so awesome. Look, and we won. We got the 21. Blackjack. Okay, this is awesome. So now we can actually continue on and, well, go to homework. So good luck in homework and have fun. For homework, I would like you to make it so every time a player hits a card, print out total card score as well as the value of the drawn card. This should include both player and dealer sides. Also, current printing style is not very intuitive, so I would like you to try to add some style to card hits with new lines. Maybe even update with some color if you have a vision for it. Though this is totally a creative task and is left for you to decide how you'll handle it. And then print out all currently drawn cards in a new line. This might be challenging, so for a hint you should use a for each loop and use console write instead of write line. If you feel venturous, you could try creating logic to stop the player from drawing the same card, since the deck should not include 2 pairs of ace of hearts and so on. But this task is totally optional and it might be quite difficult to implement if you're new. With this, we can proceed with the solution. Alright guys, so my solution is quite simple and small. The only things that I did change were the styling of can hit again. So when we print out do you want to hit again, we now get a dark green color instead of regular green. And I've also added some placeholder variables which would hold whether it's the dealer's or the player's hand we're dealing with. And then we're just setting the values based on that. We might need to refactor these too because they look very similar and it would probably be better to handle it in methods. And then I've also updated how we print out all the styling regarding the cards themselves. And as well, like I've mentioned, I've added some styling that would indicate what card score was when dealt. So now that we can experiment and see how it looks like, we can see that the player has drawn an ace, which is 11. Current total score is 11. If we draw another one, it's 3. Another one, 4, which is 18, but we have an ace. We can still try to do it. I just want to show you the functionality, although I would take that hand already. So, and we will probably keep this hand, but as you can see, we can see all the currently drawn card scores. And now we press now, and we get all this information for the dealer as well, which, well, as we can see, the dealer won anyway. So, yeah. And we can check all these changes as well in GitHub. Like I've mentioned before, just go to one of the bit.ly links in descriptions of the videos, click on the branch, erase homework, then click on commits, and then just press finished homework, which will show you all the changes for the homework. So the last thing that we will do for the beginner series are permanent storage, which we will learn in the next tutorial. We will be learning how to write to files, how to read from files, and how we can work with them so we would have some place to store all this information and we would be able to persist it through different debugging sessions or even gameplay sessions. It should be really interesting and fun. And after we learn file structures, we will dive into object-oriented programming, which will be an advanced topic. But I think we will start those series quite soon if everything will go smoothly with the current progress of the series. All right, so for now, have fun and have a wonderful developer journey.